Welcome to another interesting and beautiful day on planet Earth. I feel like I'm a little bit out of touch with everyone. I've had my what I call a soul sister and her husband come to stay with us for a week, and we've been very insular in enjoying each other's company, having some deep conversations and talking about the inner world and the outer world and how to navigate when you are stepping into inspiration or whispers from your soul. And these dear friends have listened to some whispers and are moving off to an adventure in Egypt. Now, it wasn't a calling for me, but it was very interesting just to hear how they were moving forward, even though resources weren't there for them to do it. Obviously, they had resources to move, but not the normal resources that they would hope to have. But inside, the inspiration was still step forward, keep moving. There's something for you to do in Egypt. There's a key to unlock that will help. And it's interesting to work from that place instead of the fear and, show me the money, or I need to have security around me before I actually step into something new. And so it was in that beautiful chat with us, with our dear friends, that we were able to, have a look at the journey that we've been on and the work we've done to get ourselves to a point where we can relax in a space without being dragged into the outer chaos. And, everything in the outer world is trying to drag us in there. So it's going to be really important as people start to talk about moving into this golden age or to 5D consciousness or to the new earth. How are you going to be in the new earth? You can't take your old thinking, your old fear system, your old way of being, and then apply it into a whole new vibration, because that's what we're stepping into. We're stepping into higher states of consciousness, higher frequencies. And it's very hard to do that when you're buzzing around like a bumblebee in a bottle and not able to be in the calm. Now, as astrology and our world of the stars has it, next Tuesday, which is for us in Australia, the 21st of March, is a beautiful alignment with Aries new moon, and 6 planets are actually in Aries. And so Aries is very much a fire sign, but on this day we're taking almost like a pregnant pause between the chaos of the outer world and a new birthing process that we've all been going through. So we get to almost have that poignant moment of being able to sort of go within our bodies, and it's like, I can have a rest before we step off onto another point of evolving. And we can certainly see there's a lot of shift and changing, especially in the financial world, as the banks are starting to collapse, which for anybody that's done any work and has been awake and aware, this is part of the step of breaking down the old systems so we can step into something new. So, which leads me into a couple of things that are coming up. So we have our first Soul Code series coming up as an event, as a seminar. It's on the 25th and 26th of March. Now, this is very much about breaking away the old way of our consciousness and shifting into a newer consciousness. And as I said to our community, we're actually being attracted to Grigori Grabavoy's teachings because we're starting to awaken the Christ consciousness coding that exists within us. It's as if it's been locked away in our DNA, it's been locked away within our consciousness, and we haven't had access to it. And so what we're doing is shifting and breaking away that cage that we've had around this consciousness and starting to train our way of thinking, train our consciousness into being quite expanded, and also not just to start to train it in a new way of being able to organize and understand how our world is created. And part of that is learning how to take control over your health, how to be able to stay in this presence of stillness when the outer world's trying to drag you in. And I think, as many members of our community have said to me, thank God I've had this space, the E=VS community, to be in, because I certainly would have felt dragged into some what we call foreign events in the outer world and not felt so peaceful within, or had a space to be able to voice how I'm feeling and then being able to shift it because perhaps my old fear consciousness is coming in. And so we've got that coming in. And one of the special things is I'm opening this up for people who can't be with us in Melbourne and Australia, who can join us online. So we have some people joining us online to a live event that can participate. So that's coming up on the 25th and 26th of March, and you'll find the link below if you'd like to join it and find out a bit more on our website. Also, we have next week on Tuesday, which is Monday for the US, we also have our New Earth Academy of Eternity, where we've been going through for the last few months the 3 positions of consciousness of Grigori Grabovoi. So this is very much theory and practice of how to basically do what they've taught all the Russians and Germans to do in the military. Basically how to bilocate your consciousness so you're actually in another location. So you can see that this really starts to expand, and you'll say, well, why is that important? Because you're going to start to see how easy it is to shift from one area to another, how to shift your body into a state of healing. And one of the important things as our body is, it's a very good indicator of how we are progressing with our journey with ourselves, but how we're progressing with the outer world. So our inner world is often projected into the outer world for us to harmonize, but our emotions and our thinking, in every moment we're training every cell to respond to not just what we're thinking, but what chemically we change through our emotions in our body. So how would you like to be able to harness your consciousness so you understood how to program your body to speed up the healing that it normally does, or to erase the past? We spend a bit of time in training in the Soul Code on how to understand how the past is affecting the present and how the future is also affecting the present. So I explain how you can change that, which affects obviously your health, which affects your what's happening to you in the outer world. So also I'll put the link to the New Earth Academy, which is coming up on Tuesday for the 2 different time zones. So get prepared to have some new thoughts on Tuesday, the 21st of March, because it's all about creating. And if you understand about creating something new is not wishful thinking. It's imagining what it would be like to have it in the moment. So feeling into it, creating it, and then what really helps to bring it into reality is writing it on paper. What is it that you want? What is it as if you had it now? I did that with Brian, my husband. I didn't write, oh, I wish to attract somebody. It was like, I've attracted my soul partner into my life. When I look into his eyes, I see the depths to his soul and know that we are meant to travel this journey together. And then I described all the aspects. I wanted somebody who, he is very strong in his masculine, but also in his feminine. So I was very detailed. And then it was a girlfriend who said, oh, actually, you've already attracted him into your life. And so this work that I used to do in the journal was like a living document. And so that's how I created. And I let the universe know the details of what I wanted created. And so a full moon is about being able to create. And I'd love you to understand that, as Grigori Grabovoi says in many of his books, we are meant to live eternally in a physical body. We understand our soul is eternal, that our spirit is eternal. We understand that we are part of the Creator and we're eternal. But it's a new thinking when you're told, actually, you're not meant to die. You're actually meant to be in the physical body. And the only way to do that is to rejuvenate your body, to expand your consciousness, and actually start to enliven all those areas of your consciousness that you've never been shown how to access. Anyway, so if you're not joining us at any of the events, at least do something on the 21st. Create something beautiful for yourself. Create harmony around you. And when you create harmony for yourself, when you create harmony in your inner world, you actually affect everyone. This is how you heal somebody. When you heal you are healing the collective consciousness. So have a beautiful new moon. Have a beautiful fortnight till I catch up with you again. And bye for now.